And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another day of the Masters Coliseum 7 qualifiers, the Americas qualifier. I'm of course your Slight VIP, and with me I'm joined by the lovely people in the chat and by the players as well, !B, to have a look at those brackets. !B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the bracket yourselves, because we are just diving right into game number 1. Very little time to breathe here, but here we go. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Golden Aura, we have the Mexican Terran player, the blue Terran, representing himself. It is SpeCial. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red American Terran player, representing Storm Gaming. It is Epic. We go. We have a TvT to kick things off, and we can go over the bracket soon. Once we do settle into ourselves and wrap up our first series, we can kind of have a gander at the bracket and go over all the potential matches as well. And of course, welcome everyone. Welcome to our second qualifier. We did cast the Asia qualifiers last night. We were able to cover those, but here today we have the Americas qualifier. Usually we do cover ESL Open Cup ESL Open Cup Americas as well, but unfortunately both events are clashing, both events are overlapping, so we're prioritizing Masters Coliseum, and we will be covering the ESL NA Open Cup the Open Cup via replays another day, or we might be able to catch the finals or the tail end of the tournament after we wrap up Masters Coliseum. It's possible. It is possible. Bracket doesn't look updated. Oh no, sorry, we'll post it here. Okay. I thought this was happening tomorrow, happening today. But yeah, I just posted the link in the chat. We'll try to update the challenge bracket as soon as we can. Oh, sorry, the Nightbot command. As we settle into so far, double gas opener from SpeCial, double gas opener from Epic, so this means delayed expansions from both players, going for faster factories instead, so a much more aggressive opener here to kick things off. Much more aggressive opener between our players for the time being. As again, we're just getting into our openers themselves. We do see SpeCial vying for map control, did open up double Reaper. Likewise, so did Epic. Epic is taking a more defensive stance. SpeCial is looking to be active on the map, looking to dip into the main base if possible, maybe even disrupt some of the production. As here we go, we are slipping into said main. And so far, we do take down one. Oh, you barely take down one of those SCVs. Trading an SCV for a Reaper, we try to get some more damage done as well. We do get a full scout of the main base. We confirm the 1-1-1 opener of Epic. So some nice scouting information, and we even disrupt the low ground as well. Can we delay that CC? We will delay it by a couple of seconds, and every second does count here in StarCraft, as the Reaper will be able to slip away. So really nicely done here by SpeCial. Did lose the Reaper, yes, but he was able to trade, able to get some scouting, and able to disrupt the overall build of Epic. Back at home, SpeCial just getting into his own 1-1-1, getting into his own Cyclone production. If you're familiar with TvT in recent times, in the most recent patch, Cyclones are a big part of early to mid-game TvT. So we should be committing a little bit harder here into Cyclone production, as we do see Epic going for an add-on swap. Okay, so he makes 2 Cyclones, then he's transitioning out of this into a more traditional form of mech, into a drop, don't get me wrong, but into tank production. So Epic going right into tank production. Meanwhile, SpeCial, he is keeping his reactor on the factory, still making non-stop Cyclones. So Epic, once again, is going to be taking a more defensive stance with his tank production. SpeCial is going to be the more active player. We have a drop initially here to kick things off, but the Liberator does come across it. Good scout from SpeCial, does take a lot of damage, but again, he is in position. Do see Epic going to be rotating over towards that low ground. SpeCial in position. Oh, does force a big up, but the lock-on! The lock-on is real, and we shut down the medevac with both Cyclones as well. A big loss for Epic. Suddenly, SpeCial has map control. There's no reason to keep anything back at home. There's nothing threatening his bases, so we can push. Cyclones towards the south, Liberator towards the north. Marines are getting in position here. Liberator already taking a lot of damage earlier. There are tanks in position as well. We'll see if Epic can hold, as he does force that lid back. At the same time, Cyclone's pushing on forward as well. They are going to be spotted. Decent tank shot going up. Zoning away special. Epic's going to be able to hold on. Behind this, we're getting into Raven production. And now we can get into our transition here as well. We have our 3 Raxes on the way. We have the add-on swap going on. SpeCial still has how many Cyclones? 7 Cyclones in total. Again, the goal here is to contain Epic. Contain his opponents and get into a faster 3rd CC. 3rd CC about to finish up here for SpeCial. About to be morphed into an orbital. Epic still working on his own. So SpeCial, it looks like he's 1 step ahead. Does feel like SpeCial is 1 step ahead with his CC timing, with his map control, of course. The big advantage that Epic has is faster tank production. Faster and earlier tanks here, and again, tanks and positional play is king in TvT. Usually, there are of course ways to play around that, and again, SpeCial is going for a very bio-heavy style. Before starting up tanks, we are getting into double E-bays for double upgrades, marine production as well. We're just now working on our first tank. Tanks aren't the end-all be-all, but it is something to bear in mind, and it is a way for even a player that's down in supply to make up for that with better positioning and with like big tank volleys. So Epic is still in this. At the same time, auto turret harass in the main base, we get a little bit of damage done. Raven's gonna get the hell out of there. And at the same time, Liberator harass coming in towards the natural as well. Not too much in position here as you do siege up at that mineral line. So the Marines having a bit of an awkward time engaging. A lot of lost mine time here in the natural as well. SpeCial being as annoying as possible here, denying so much mining. We should be seeing an auto turret to help defend, and I think the auto turret is within range. Oh, as the Marines dive forward, we will clean this up. At the same time, we do have an auto turret harass going for Stim. No shot. Stim is going to be denied. A big pick off there from SpeCial. Ay, ay, ay. Going for the tech lab, denying Stim. At the same time, Liberator was dealt with, but this was worth it for SpeCial. The Ravens! He's diving on the Ravens. He gets 1! At Epic, he's being picked apart at this point. Sure, he has tanks, but he just cannot keep up with the mobility of all these Cyclones. Again, he has been losing just a bit too much. Behind this, SpeCial, faster 3rd, better saturation, higher worker counts. Building up his tank count. Now, Epic, he has retained his tanks, at least. So, his tank count is still, he still has that lead, still is ahead in that respect. But SpeCial, he's avoiding those tanks, going for a double jump into the main base. The main base is looking so exposed. So here we go, the double jump going right into that main base. Again, we are very much so in position here at the 3rd and covering the natural, but the main is vulnerable, and we do not have vision of the corner of the main base. SpeCial going to be unloading. Behind this, SpeCial just getting into the rest of his production, getting into additional Raxes, and yeah, we just dive. Not against Stim! For a second time! For a second time gets denied here, and this is becoming too much. I mean, Stim isn't the most important upgrade, but I mean, your bio army is so important when it comes to buffering your tanks, when it comes to protecting them, and without having Stim, just we're stuck at home. Another medevac goes down as well. SpeCial, he's just trading so well here. Eventually being forced out. But here we go, the 1-2 punch. SpeCial's main army pushing through towards that 3rd base. Ravens can disable. Disable was researched by SpeCial, interference matrix. And we can dive on this position. There are the mass disables. Boys are being pulled. That's all we can do. That's all we can bring here to the fight. And we break this 3rd base. We take down the tanks as well. And at the same time, we still have that marine drop in the natural. GG gets pulled, and SpeCial will take game number 1. Whew. GG. Solid game there at a SpeCial, taking a lead, and yeah, just a really solid flex even of his TvT prowess. Epic, he had his own moments, don't get me wrong, he did have his own moments, but did feel like he was being picked apart, did feel like SpeCial was a bit of a faster player overall. A lot of that also down to the immobility of SpeCial's, sorry, of Epic's army. And with that, SpeCial does gain a lead here, but it's a best of 3. It is a best of 3, so we do have additional games ahead of us. We still have a series to get into. Let's go. Let's go. as we are going to be settling into Game 2, going to be on Hecate. So we have our map of choice. Oh boy. For a little bit of context, the winner of this series advances on to face Max Angel, Australia himself. Again, once we wrap up with this best of 3, we can take a moment to go over the challenge brackets while our players are conducting their vetoes. We'll go over it soon. We'll get there. We'll get there. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of Hecate, we have the Mexican Terran player, the Blue Terran, representing himself. Currently teamless, looking for a team. It is SpeCial. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red Terran player representing Storm Gaming down in the series, looking to fight back. It is Epic. Oh. Hello. Oh, the SCVs. Epic did hit first. Did drill first. He's chasing SpeCial back. Again, going for an SCV scout, getting eyes on the opener. And game 1, we had a double gas opener from both players, but a big reason for that was the map. We didn't really get to talk about it, but game 1 was on Golden Aura, and of course, very short rushes and spike ground, a very aggressive map, can be very aggressive. Here's we load into Hecate. I was about to say that we could be seeing some Rax expands here on a much larger map, but no, double gas out of SpeCial, double gas out of Epic. It is still going to be a delayed expansion and a faster factory. Okay. Meanwhile, big shout out to Iron Ringed in the chat. Oh, happy holidays, Poppy. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Joas. Iron Ringed. Scare Wyvern coming over from the raid. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. Terran Lord as well. God, Poppy. Sirius Black coming first today. You love to see it. Redeeming the first Quacker. Bienvenidos. Quack. And yeah, hope everyone has been having, of course, happy holidays, a Merry Christmas if you celebrate it, and a good New Year. Good New Year. Again, we're always here to bring you as much StarCraft as we can. Cover everything we can. Everything we can. So. Yeah, hope you're all enjoying yourselves here as we settle into game number 2. As I mentioned before, again, very similar or the same opener as the previous game. This time we are getting into our reactors, of course. Reapers are moving out. This is a really risky maneuver from Epic, but there we go. He only moves out to his high ground. It is very risky to move out with either Reaper, just because you don't know if your opponent opened up double Reaper, just like the last game. In which case you would lose your Reaper, you'd lose momentum, and then you'd lose SCVs. So we have to be very careful here with our first units from both players. That's why we're just chilling at home. We're not moving out. We don't want to lose our first Reaper. Behind this, we're going for an add-on swap, but this should be Cyclones from SpeCial. And there we go, double Cyclone production out of our Blue Terran. Epic, interesting. He is going for a bit of a coffee build. This is a lot more old school, a bit of a older build overall, but we're going into Reactored, Reapers, and Hellion production. With this, we're going to have quite a bit of DPS here. We're looking to ideally get into a mineral line, kill some workers, maybe even get on top of the Cyclones. With this more modern opener from SpeCial going double Cyclone, I think SpeCial should be fine. Like, Cyclones are pretty hefty units, and with enough of them, we should be okay. Oh, the scout will reveal this, by the way. Reaper gets picked up, but we do get eyes on the Cyclones and the Reapers of Epic. SpeCial actually going to be moving out, looking to meet this army in the center of the map. We have the Hellions through the center. We have Reapers towards the left-hand side, and we do catch the Hellions! Yeah, first and second Hellion going to be going down. Big pickups here from SpeCial. We can keep pushing. At the same time, though, does he have anything to defend? The answer is no. Reapers are going straight for the main base. Cyclones at the same time going straight for the natural. Things are about to get rowdy. One Cyclone comes out just in time. Cyclones take control of the natural base. At the same time, Reapers get into the main. We get one SCV. We try to get a second. We get two. Only one. Only one SCV goes down. At the same time, SpeCial taking control of the low ground, denying any kind of mining here. Again, the Cyclones, they reign supreme. They attack and they defend. Epic, he wants that weakened Cyclone up. Ooh, gets one. Risky maneuver. Very risky here. He wants the medevac. He wants it. Oh my god. Barely doesn't get it. Additional Cyclones have arrived. And SpeCial is going to be forced back. Behind this, getting into his 1-1-1. Raven production well underway. No Raven upgrades for the time being, so just going to be auto turrets to harass. Meanwhile, Epic is going to be the one to go into Liberators this time. Getting into those libs. First Raven gets into the main base. SCVs are going to get picked up. We get one. We get two. We are looking for a third. Yeah, 3 SCVs. SpeCial getting his star base on location, aware that he has map control. But does he? Here we go. It's time for Epic to turn the tables. We got the Liberator towards the left. We got the drop towards the right. We are looking to reciprocate some of that damage. We do have Cyclones to defend. Oh, plenty of Cyclones, actually. As we lay siege upon that natural lay reaction out of SpeCial, losing some SCVs. Dropping to the main. Ooh, is going to be deflected. And we are going to get 7 worker kills. This is not insignificant. 7 workers go down. The Liberator survives, meets up with the drop. The drop is on its last legs. It's very battered and very bruised. But a good start. A good comeback here from Epic. But did I speak too soon? Because we have auto turrets in the main base and SCVs are going down once again. This time, though, we shut down those auto turrets. Looking at the Unisource tab here, it is 8 dead SCVs to the 5 of Epic. Ooh, pretty close trades here. As the dust does settle, Epic does retain a worker lead. So, Epic, he is up in workers. He is down, though, when it comes to his third base. And did he scout? No. I was hoping that with the drop on the right-hand side that he would come across this third, but he is unaware. SpeCial is so greedy, getting his third on location and mining already. As a result, even though SpeCial did lose more workers, he can make up for it. He can make more workers and, of course, mule heavily. So the longer this goes on, the better it is for SpeCial. Meanwhile, we see Epic still on 2 bases, still no third CC in sight. He may just opt to go for a 2-base all-in, but there it is, third CC now on the way, but it is so late compared to SpeCial. And the problem is that Epic doesn't know. Oh, as the harassment gets cleaned up. But Epic doesn't know how ahead or behind he is. Because of that, he doesn't know whether he should be aggressive or should be more greedy. Lack of information is just, yeah, just denying him kind of any kind of decision-making to try to catch back up or take advantage of his opponent. And here comes the push. Disables are researched. Auto turrets are thrown down. SpeCial is going to back off. He backs off out of range of the auto turrets. Epic was a little bit trigger happy there, which means SpeCial can keep pushing. And we are running out of energy for the Ravens of Epic. Going to be backing off. SpeCial, all he has to do is deny the third. He's going to rotate, checking the triangular third and soon the linear third as well. As long as his opponent is stuck on 2 bases, that's good enough for SpeCial. Looking for a way in. When he does find a single tank, gets a disable. And with that, Epic, he gets out position, losing 2 tanks, losing all his Marines, and it looks like there's almost nothing left. We can land the Vikings! And the Vikings, they land on the tanks. We're going to be able to clean them up. Cyclone's pushing forward. SpeCial being a little bit wasteful here, but he cleans up the tanks. GG gets called, and SpeCial will take game number 2 in the series, 2-0. GG. GG, well played. A solid game there. Once again, at a SpeCial solid series, getting it to 2-0. Looking quite dominant, actually. Looking very much so. Very comfortable and very in form. Very well done by SpeCial.